Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. It's been a while, I know, and decided to do this short stream today of Monster Hunter World and mainly talk about maybe some tips and tricks that a lot of folks don't know about Monster Hunter World. I'm in a private session, you know, no one can really hear me, so that's good. This is always something you can do when you first start up the game. You know, when you select your character, you can actually choose to do, you know, matchmaking your own. Matchmaking into any session, just a random one, basically. You know, join one by code, which you would just have to get from whoever person you could, or if you're lucky enough, you know, you can just be invited from them through the PlayStation Network or the Xbox Live when you want to play with your friends. It's a lot easier than it was when it was just a beta before. They would send you an invite, you just join, and simply just jump into their session, which is really cool. And also, if you do have your own squad, you can jump into your squad's lodge and just be able to play with just your squad members on there. And you can have up to 8 squads if you wanted to. And then, of course, you know, there's just a private session option. Go. Lay down, Luke. But yeah, this is the very beginning. This is the the start where you always start off after you do any quest or when you start your game. If you're lucky, your Poogle will come up, and you'll be able to do a few things with your Poogle. You know, edit the name, change his clothes, pick him up and carry him to sniff items, and even find clothes. So we're gonna pet him real quick. You just gotta wait for that exclamation point. And if he just has that little heart every time, he'll always be waiting for you every time you get back from your quest and everything like that. So it's pretty handy there. You'll always see, if you don't log in for a few days, or you know, you want to know what's going on, they'll have the login bonus that'll pop up for you, and it'll tell you basically what's going down, give you your login bonus for the day, and it will give you a few extra. I think even if you're, like, let's say you haven't logged in since Tuesday and you logged in on Friday, I think they even give you the lucky vouchers for the 3 days you were absent. So you don't have to do it every single day. And you also get, well, you don't get the item they give you every day either. So they'll just give you the one item and then however many lucky vouchers. And you can only seem to get 5 at a time. Which those are really good for getting a lot of money, because they'll double up your money and everything. There's the Beetlejuice, or B-52, recently that I was able to capture. Funny enough, the guys that I played with, they captured them. So it was just like, oh, I didn't know we were capturing them. Okay, whatever. This is your research center. These 3 guys will just be random, whoever it is. And this is a great place to go to, because they'll give you... Alright. So, you know, they'll register your bounties. And these will be requests they'll have. And you can finish these to get research points and also armor spheres, which will boost up your armor's level and defense. And a lot of times you can just kind of like pick and choose what you want. The field research are pretty easy. Ecological surveys that have to be specific captures. So like the Brute Wyvern would be like Diablos, Black Diablos, a few others. And then research projects is just doing quests in those areas. So if you know you're going to be doing like the Horizon Zero Dawn quest, for example, the Proving, which is the new event one they have, you can definitely just put on the Ancient Forest research, and for sure like mushrooms and bone piles and even honey, because those are always there. You always need honey and bones. You'll see critical bounties, which is just, these are from the researchers in the field. When you do expeditions, you'll find them and talk to them, and they'll ask you to do certain things like this. And so as you can see, I have a few up, and honestly, I have a hard time trying to do stuff like the Wiggler capture. The Platinum and the Golden Fish capture are just fishing in certain areas, which I really don't do. And now we're moving on to the limited bounties. These will tell you when they expire. They're only a week bounty, and most of the time the first 2 are going to be pretty easier than the last one. So the first two for this week was Hunt the Bird Raven, which would be like the Tekazisi and the Kulu Kulu. I'm so bad at these names. And then the second one's always like a monster specific, it seems like. So this one's a Hunt an Anjanath, and of course, that is the Provings quest this week. So if this quest just came up last night, so if you got time, you can. And if you haven't done this yet, you can do the Hunt Anjanath and do the Aloy quest really easily. And then the last one's Hunt Tempered Monsters. So you gotta hunt 5 of them. I did a quest with 2 of them last night and was able to bump it up to 2, but I gotta do 3 more in order to get the research points, the heart spheres, and the silver wyvern print. And then once you complete all 3 of them, you'll get a nice chunk of research points, a golden wyvern print, and a golden egg. The golden wyvern print would be used with your melding center, and a golden egg you just simply sell. Now, I manage investigations. You know, you see all these investigations you get. A lot of times you'll be just, you know, in the field hunting a monster, doing whatever, and you'll always see popped up on the right side. It'll just be like investigation added, investigation added. These are what those investigations are. And they'll go everything from slaying to hunting to great hunting quests. And a lot of times they'll change a few things on there, like they'll change the rewards. So sometimes it'll be like, you can see here, there's a bronze and 3 gold rewards. The failure is something. A failure condition is something that they've changed on here, because you'll see the exclamation point for certain things that they'll be different from other quests. So you'll see the exclamation like on the failure quest. That means you can only fail this twice versus the normal 3. And it looks like the hunting condition is different. So it's a hunter rank 13 or higher, but you can only have 2 players doing this one. And then you see rewards and time limit stuff. And then you see another example. See right here, it's changed. There's a blue little icon next to the reward money, and this one is a lot higher than normal. So you can see it's 34,000 versus, I'm not sure if it's a specific number, like it doubles or just what, but I would say the normal amount is not that high. But you see this one, you know, different time limit. And these are really good because they always recirculate, and you can see how many times you have left on them. So for the example, this capture the Black Diablos has an 8 number, so I can do this 8 different times, 8 attempts. That means even if you accept it and you go through it, well, okay, let's say you accept it, you go up and you start to do something, and then you realize, oh crap, I can't do this right now. It might take me too long to finish. Even if you abandon the quest, that will cost your attempt. So if you do have a quest like this that's only 3 attempts, I would say just be cautious, because you don't want to take the quest on, go try to, you know, get your preps stuff going, and then realize you don't have the necessary equipment or necessary prep, and then you just have to abandon it and then lose one of those attempts. And of course, the tabs are just the register ones you have, the ones you've checked mark. You can see all different ones I've checked mark, and I'll go through sometimes and just delete the really the small cluttered monsters or anything like that, and then just non-registered. And then complete deliveries. These are just throughout the game. You'll get different stuff, and they'll be different objectives, different materials they require, and also different research points they'll need. And literally the only thing I don't have on here is something called the Grand Gajo Whisker, which I have still trying to figure out how to finish that. So the research center is pretty good. You want those research points and those sphere charms and everything like that. I know a lot of people probably just use the Winkies and online stuff to find out more about their monsters, but the Eagle also research. You always want to go up to them after a quest and just refresh your stuff. But you know, this will tell you everything you need to know about the monster. It'll tell you, you know, your largest, your smallest, how many times you hunted it, how many times you captured it, the physiology, so the weak points, the elements and alignments that it's weak to. You know, low rank stuff if it is a low rank monster, and then high rank stuff when it's a high rank. And let's see, I think when I recently, yeah, see, so he doesn't have a low rank obviously, so he just has the high rank version. And it'll tell you even the stuff for the small monsters and what they'll give off. Which I have not actually looked these in a while. Oh yeah, and just simple L1 and R1 will tell you what their difference between low rank and high rank. And these are all the different like pets you've captured and stuff. So, which I would like to get more. And a very useful tool, if you just like, you know, farming in a sense, is the botanist's tree, ancient tree. So I've been cultivating a few things right now, and a few different times I've had like just all 3 slots filled with honey, or all 3 slots filled with herbs, so I could have plenty of like, you know, potions and mega potions. You know, you guys see right now I got adamant seeds for my defense, herbs for potions, and then flash bugs because I definitely need some flash bugs. And these is kind of tricky. You'll get these unlocked throughout those the different stuff from the resource center. You know, I'll randomly see NPCs with the exclamation point, and this is how I got these little star fertilizers through them. So let's see, I just need mega fertilizer just to increase the duration, so I get more stuff. But, you know, I don't need too much right now. The melder right here, this is where you would redeem those. You could redeem those cool items, and a lot of people would probably just do it for the you get even stones, elder blood. I don't need a plate. I think I need a gem. Yeah, it looks like I might need the... Oh, jeez. You see all these gems I'm not able to redeem because I think they require that print that I don't have. So, and melding decorations. It seems like I only have level 1s right now, so you can sit there and just literally just sacrifice a bunch of decorations you don't need. Like heavy artillery, I really don't use that much, but they only give you like 10 points per that one, and I would need 100 to redeem that. And I think I only did it once just for this defense gem, and I'm probably not going to do it again unless I will a lot. And then first Waven Ritual. This is for, I don't think I've actually, this is for augments, and I haven't gotten to that point yet. And so it would take up, seems like it would take these away and then give you random set of 3. I just got the level hunter rank 35 last night, so there's not too much I have dealt with that. Of course you can buy just normal supplies from this provisions guys here. He doesn't really, I don't buy too much from him. I mostly would buy like the jerky, some of these barrels when I was making them, a lot of these when I first got here. I don't use the boomerang, I don't know why that's there. I did buy binoculars just to have binoculars, but the main thing would be actually these 2 right here, the power charm and the armor charm. If you have enough at the time, I would recommend buying 2. Because if you have 2, you can throw 1 set into your items, and then you can wait and meld the other set once you face this guy over here. He will drop talons or fangs or whatever you want to call them, and then you can craft them to create the power talons and the armor talons, and these are going to all stack. So if you have all 4 in your inventory or in your item box, it would be really good. Now we're going to talk about the item box a little bit now since I'm over here. See all the different stuff you can do: manage, crafting, sell your items you don't need, even the materials here, which you can always sort. And these guys, Then change equipment, set decorations. You don't have to go to armory every time. And, you know, there's a couple different options for sure. I really don't need to do anything with that right now. And then you can even sell equipment. I don't even use the sell equipment option. But main thing with the manage items, if you know, of course, L3 will switch between item box and item pouch. R3 will sort them. Easily using the R2 and L2 will store into the item box if you do R2 and restock if you do L2. So if you just need to do one or two things, you do that. Or what I like to do is doing the item loadouts. So you press start, you see these are already set up for me, or you can even save your own. But I did like a basic one that just has like potions, mega potions, max potion. Looks like I even just threw an antidote and some well done sticks in there. I have my demon and my armor potions, flash bombs, dung bombs, and then of course the power and armor charms and talons. And that's just like my basic set if I ever want to go out and just hunt some monsters. Of course there's a capture mode one I did, which has some extra flash bugs, the trank bombs. Oh, those are thunder, actually. Those are thunder bugs, and also with the trap boxes, so I can make another one if I needed to. And then this is like my shroom shed when I was trying to do my mushroom answer and everything like that. And then there's one just called group play, which I add my life powder, my herbal powder, my demon, and my armor powder, so I can like stat everybody up and help make sure they're okay. I definitely do recommend using the item loadouts. They're really handy. You know, press start, manage them, save them, make some. You can make plenty if you really needed to, but you may only need a few sets. There is even, let's go back actually. Of course, you can change all your equipment here. You know, go here. You can sort it. Oops, that's comparing it. You can sort weapons by rarity or power, or do all that sort of stuff. So I did rarity because I only have my switch axes. I've only used my bow and arrow a few times here, as you can see. But yeah, I got plenty of switch axes that I just choose from for elements. You can even do a loadout for your equipment, and you have plenty of options. You have up to 14 pages of loadouts you can do. And so this one, for example, this loadout, as you can see, I didn't mess with it. I haven't like saved it or anything, but this one has, you know, a good defense, definitely a good resistance to fire, and a little bit of thunder. But if I wanted to save this, I would do this and just hit save, and this would be, and you can name it, rename it, whatever. But this would be the ideal one I would probably use just for like my fire stuff. It has my vitality mantle and my health booster, you know, my defense charm, and then just all my equipment and that weapon I chose. So, yeah. You can't delete them afterwards either. But yeah, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it's just I don't have too many equipment sets right now. I'm probably just at that game where I'm just doing a lot of a grind and getting to that stuff now. Occasionally you'll have your captain here. He will bring your items from, you know, from the old world, and he'll have plenty, and just depending on what you actually ask him to do, it can be anywhere from, you know, consumables, trading materials, and materials to craft and use. So there's a lot there, and we can actually go, let's go quickly to the room before we actually go upstairs. This is your room. You know, not too much in there. You can just have your pets kind of hanging around. You can sit on the bed. Most of the item loadouts over here. Talk to your cat. With your cat, here will have access to your tail riders. Now, I'm not going to call back my tail riders right now. They're out of deployments. I need to do 2 more missions in order for them to have to come back with full rewards, but let's just say I take my intermediate rewards. So high quality pelt, Keeblehorn, pelt, Keeblehorn, 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 yellow copperas, dash extract, dash extract. I mean, you could have the option to sell all that, but don't want to do that. You know, you can go to your training area, so you can actually like test out your new weapons and play with them and see which one you want to take next. You know, place all your different pets around the rooms. You know, move to another room if you wanted to. You can go to the private, you can go to living, but this is the suite, so you really want to do that. And of course, the claim add-ons and bonuses. So this is definitely important if you just got onto the game for the first time. That's what you want to do. You would go over here to manage your Palico. Changes equipment, changes armor, changes gadget. That's what it's called. Now out here, of course, is all your fun monsters, pets, giant fish. You can look up, there's a jellyfish. Oh, there is my grandfather thing. I like that actually a lot. He's a cool looking one. Yeah. Mainly this room would be used for the Tail Rider Safari. Because you know, you just go back out here and change your equipment, manage your item box, and all that fun stuff. So we're just gonna go to the workshop. And of course, the workshop and the canteen have, you know, a quest board and an item box for you to mess with. So you can literally just start quests from here if you're just like, well, let me go in here and try to find, you know, that farm that right item you need or anything like that. So, you know, forge, upgrade, forge Palico equipment, customize your bow, manage your Kinsent, set decorations, and change equipment. A couple different options here. Mainly you just want to focus on forging and upgrading. If you do use your bow guns, you would definitely go into customized bow guns. If you use the insect glaive, of course you would manage your insects. Forging the Palico stuff, you know, when high rank, it's just depending on what you want to do. Oh, this guy looks crazy. But this is a little better for some stuff. No, it's because of that Val Hask crazy thing. And I would use actually just go and make him this, but it looks like a pretty little girl. Whatever, it's not a big deal, actually. It's funny. Alright. Anyway. You know, forging your equipment, you know, go weapons, armor, charms, full armor sets, which is, this is what the Aloy stuff is right now. You go to weapons, you know, do whatever weapons you want to forge. I'll go to switch axe, and some of these you can just go ahead and just buy, or if you don't really have it, you can just make a high rank one from the start, like this one. Or the lightning chopper, if I don't have that scale. Actually, I think I do need both these made. And actually within this, you know, you can go to list, you can go to tree to actually see where they are. So you're like, oh, this thunder element I do need. And it'll actually show you in, if you have them. So you see the little square on this icon it means it's in my equipment box as well. So I'm actually one step from here. I have this. I have that. That's equipped. See, I don't have any of these. Yeah. And so if I made this, I can easily make the next ones, which is just all water damage, which is probably a good thing, because I do need a water weapon. Oh wait, no, it says it's in my box. Sorry, I have it. You know, so you can see the trees, see how they evolve, see what they go to become. That would be really good to have. Okay. And then of course the armor. You have your low rank with your L1, your high rank with your R1. You see everything you see here. Easily just preview the weapon with the square. Preview the armor, I mean. At one point I really wanted to have every armor set made, but that's a lot of grinding, a lot of money. So at that time I just focused on getting through the story, and now I'm to this point where I could do this. But let's say we're going to go down here. Oh, I got a lot from this guy. Where was that? But yeah, let's say I want one of these shoes really badly. So there's a nice little option they've added where you can hit triangle. You can add it to your wish list, and you see I already have some here. That's just kind of waiting to be hunted and made. But you can add it here to your wish list, and it'll tell you when you collect those items that you can go on to the next thing, and you can make them. Actually, so you'll collect the item, and it'll be like 2 of 3, 3 of 3. This one's completed, and then when you return to the camp, it'll tell you that Damocles Graves are ready to make. So, this one's a really good one, actually. Increases your handicraft, which will increase your weapon sharpness. And if you're trying to find a certain armor with a certain skill, and you really just cannot find it just by looking like this. Sometimes you just can't. I don't know why this is a rarity 5 at the very bottom. That I still need to get. You can simply hit R3. Let's say I'm trying to find a skill. You see all these skills here. Tremor resistance, stung master, heat guard, attack boost, health boost. Trying to find unlocks your weapon's hidden element and increases battle guns loading capability. So let's say I want to find that more. So it'll highlight which ones can have that here. So it's like, seems like the legs and the torso here. Looks like it's the Zora Magnaroff's gloves. This blue Rathian chest piece. Oh, and this helmet from the Doberith. And of course, sometimes you can get a rare instance where the charms will have that. So you can look through all your charms here and get a couple different charms, like for windproofing, stun resistance, recovery help, health boost, which would be nice. I think I'm sticking with like defense right now, and the pre-order bonus one I've had for a while. You can do the same. No, you can't do the same thing here. Wide range, one item would just work for everybody in this case. Speed eating. Let's see. Let's see if there is a free element one. No, that's for like Dragon Piercer and stuff. Mushroom Answer. And these are ones that actually give you 2 skills, and it seemed to be only just like the one level 1 stuff. So if you really needed to transport stuff and do the eggs quest, like this would be an ideal one, because it gives you Honey Hunter, extra honey for gathering, and also transporting stuff. Iron Skin, that's a little different. It's defense down versus anything else. Earplugs, nice. Trim resistant. Weakness exploit, that's a really good one if you can't manage to get the eye patch. The weakness exploit will give you let's read this again. Level 1 will give you 15% increased affinity on weak spots. Level 2 will give you 30%, and level 3 will give you 50%. So it's really good to try to actually get that. Focus, Path Breaker. Oh, that's a new one. Part Breaker. Wow, Path Breaker. Easier to break or severe parts of large monsters. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat. Peak Performance. While active, grants attack +5. Oh, it's only when your health is full. Guard, Master Mount, Jumper is gonna fly. Oh, looks like there isn't a free element for that one. So the reason I was kind of looking for that free element skill was because if I have this equipped, looks like I can only really make this one right now. If I have this equipped and forge a weapon, for example, we'll go to the bow, because I know there's one right now I can do. Yeah, it's Aloy's bow. As you can see under the element on the right side, it has like a grayed out thunder element. So if you have this free element equipped and you make the weapon, it should make it with that element. And so you see it's just a nice little bow and arrow set with even a level slot. And the Halo armor is a full armor set. And a little bit, five defense on every element. That's pretty good. And then I would assume you can also increase the defense on this one, but you would just look like Aloy. Oh, you can. Yeah, looks like you can actually change the color on it too. That's pretty cool. Alright. And of course, if you want to try to start a new crafting tree with any of your main weapons or any of a new weapon, simply just talk to this young lady here and just purchase that equipment. So just purchase the weapon, maybe even purchase the armor if you're really just starting out. So if you want to start doing a new greatsword stuff, just buy one of these guys and start upgrading. So just walk over to Canteen real quick. I like a canteen. So you know, this is where you go and make and eat all your food before you go on a quest. Even do an oven roasting so that you can actually get some small items like rations, well-done steaks. I've even gotten herbal medicines and like a few different ones, like a few different things. So you know, the lower item ones will get you a few items that you see results, and also how many points it takes too. I've done a few tails before and gotten some nice stuff from there. I always seem to have Rathalos. I always seem to have a bunch of Anjanath tails, so I always do those a few times. You know, if you do have these guys, you can oven roast them if you want to get plenty of items, but I try not to. I have plenty of rations and well-done steaks, so I'm gonna not mess with that. Here, of course, these options are pretty simple: pay with money, pay with points, pay with a voucher. The voucher will get you a special meal, make all your items fresh, and provide a meal for everybody else. So if you happen to be in a squad session or in a group with your friends, you'd be like, hey, I'm going to use a voucher. I only have one. Use a voucher, get a fresh meal, get everything. So we're just going to pay with money. You know, you can customize your platter, find out what ingredients you want. These little sparkly ones just mean they're fresh, and they're going to be the best. If you do basically fresh ingredients with every one of those, then you would, these are all fresh, one from each item basically, and it gives me 50 health, 50 stamina, a small attack, defense, and elemental resistance up. And you can even do drinks, which I'm not sure the drinks are really anything too special. And I have a bunch of question marks because I haven't finished all these optional quests, which, you know, if you do, you have definitely a bunch of options to do things. Now let's say I mean, this also affects the food skills you can get. So a lot of times it will, you know, there'll be a good chance to get certain skills if you use the certain color ones. And if I want, yeah, so there's like Feline Polisher. You just need 2 Courages. Feline Rider will just make it easier to mount monsters, but if you do all 6 meats in the red, then you will have easier chance to stun monsters. And you can use the L1 and R1 to go through and see which ones you get. There's one I really like. Oh, this is actually a pretty good one for artillery. Upgrades large barrel bombs to mega barrel bombs, so it kind of helps you on that. That would be pretty good for gun lances, and that would be good for any of those long distance guys. That's actually a nice one. Feline Exchanger increases the number of research points at the end, and this one will increase the number of times you can carve. That's nice. Fat Cat, and then there's been one I've seen. I think it's like Feline Insurance or something. It'll like reduce. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel. But you can also just go to the simple stuff like this. Like this one is basically what I just did a second ago with all the fresh stuff. You know, Feline Sharpshooter for sure. This is random in there. This is a random chance to get that one as well. Feline Feet. Yeah, you can go through these pre-selected ones and determine what you want to get. You may not need that much of a boost if you're doing certain things. It seems like everything though will give me 50 stamina, but vary on the health. And there's also just an unpredictable one, it looks like. There is one daily skill that always happens to get randomly. It's called like Feline Insurance, I believe. And if oh yeah, so you can get actually all. Looks like you just do all green from different ones, it'll do that too. So. But yeah. So there's a lot of techniques with the canteen, but there is, like for example, I have a lot of quests I need to do for just the canteen. So you can just post a new quest, which will just start you off as the party leader. Optional. You'll see the little speech bubbles on the side. That basically just tells you there was a quest you were given. And you can see this one. This is a canteen quest. And in the description, it'll say unlock the new canteen ingredient for the first time completed. I haven't done this. That's one. That's one. Looks like someone just wants me to hunt that guy. And then they just need materials from this quest. So, you know, that's another canteen. And that's a canteen. Oh, fun. Alright, well, I think I've gone through everything at the moment, and except for actually taking on a quest, which I'll go ahead and do an Aloy quest in a minute. I have to use the bathroom real quick. So hold on a second. Whew, I cannot believe I've talked for that long. Alright, I was just trying to have a short video for tips and tricks. Alright, since I'm going to be doing a basic quest, I feel like, I'm just going to do my basic item loadout. I already have my good equipment on for it. I'm going to talk to the quest. Post my quest, which I don't think there's anyone here. So I'm going to go to the event. You see all the different ones that are available. This one's really easy if you want to take care of the bird wyverns. This one's just the poison posse. This one's a 5, take on 5 monsters. This one's 2 timbered beasts, which actually would be really ideal to take on. Okay, it's Coral Highlands. And then this one's the Proving, which is the Adjanath. Some people have said this is a giant one, but I don't feel like it's that much bigger. So I got to camp 7. Don't use a voucher this time. And I'll just come over here and eat. I'll pay with money. This is my option. You know, I like this one, gives me a little bit of everything. You get simply options, skip it. Oh, looks like it sent me to a different spot. It happens occasionally, I feel like with the high rank ones lately. Okay. Figure out my financial stuff later. Okay, so Skyfly sent me to an area, or sending me to an area. I think with always the Skyflies, they'll always try to send you the tracks first. Unless you have it to the point of leveling up, I think it'll send you to the monster later. Actually, to have my head down, so I'm not sure if it tells me to track or find the monster, which I don't see it on my mini map. So it looks like I'm going to. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yep. Investigation added. Level up. Even get a scale. Track. See. All right. Sweet. So I really want to hit my touchpad and see where it's going, see where it is. And it looks like it's going over here. So I'm actually going to try to catch it where it goes over there. And you'll even see the X on the mini map. Honey! See, is this a giant one? I don't feel like he's giant. No, he already wants to attack me. Or he's just yelling at me. Screaming. And he's running away. Get my armor skin, just in case. Oh yeah, I forgot my Palico has his horn gadget. if I don't have enough switch ability on my switch axe, he'll try to reload it. Oh jeez, why burst? Quickly use my radio menu. And I'm all out. I'm on. Sweet. Trying to take his tail out. Old brace. Woo! And bracing. Oh, bracing. Oh, tries to take me off. L2, R2, get back on. Going back to his tail. Old brace, brace. Oh, element discharged. Knock him down. Now going for his tail. Tails off. Yeah. Wait a second. Please stop charging. Oh, now he's gonna. Didn't like his tail coming off. Okay. The hunt is on. Missed the boulder so much. Oh, even with his short tail here. Yeah, whenever you're hunting a monster and parts are breaking off, you know, you get his face, his weak points, his tail, of course. You get research points, which is nice. Yeah. And that's got a few points you can definitely take on. And he's gonna run away again. He seems to be in good health. I'm gonna heal up. Use my wheat stone. I'm gonna follow him. some of these weak points are easier for other weapons to hit than others. They go to long range weapons and get those aiming for them. Get them. Ah, dang it, did it again. Broke off, nice. Now he's retreating back to his nest. They'll always be dropping shiny objects or even different slinger ammo. Ooh, wiggly iggly. He's right there. A lot of people like to use the bombs and take them on right here. To go crazy with it. But I just like to do this good old fashioned. Oh. Gotta get that sharpness. Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, dang, nice. Never usually. Oh, yeah. Now you can even skip this part, too. That's options. Boom. You don't have to sit there and watch it all. Let him die. Carve him. Carve him up real good. You just saw me take down Agenath. Why would you want to take me on, Jagus? Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Scales, pelt, keenhorn, Nova Brave trophy, yeah. Hardbone, advanced armor core, hardbone, scale, and moldbone. No gym yet, that's annoying. Ah, my hunter rank does go up. That's cool. Hit my little pool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have enough to make the bow and arrow. I know I just gotta do this quest a few more times. And I might try and do those Tempered Beast quests just because I do need to take them on and get the limited bounty. So there's this join quest. SOS. Because people do this all the time. Let's take out those guys. Oh. This is like in an arena too. So that should be pretty quick. Got him. Chaos! Trimmer. those arena quests can be kind of hard, just because they're in a small confined space, especially with multiple monsters. A lot of times you just have to stay back and wait for your right opportunity to strike. Those guys are always just rolling around and trying to beat each other up. I really just don't want that all day. Just pow, 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 pow. My tail rider has returned. Stop. Luke. Luke. No. It's always hard to pick which route to go on these guys. You can send them on mining, like Elder says, you can send them on Route A, which has materials and also that one creature and mushrooms. Or you could, yeah, I could do the same thing with Route B and be able to get those pieces. I think I'm gonna do that. Get some herbs, get some materials, and also pieces from that monster. Actually, I'm going to be trying to take down the Laganesis. So I know I'm going to use a fire weapon. I'm also going to find stuff with better ice defense. Has better ice. I might need to look into crafting some new stuff. Oh, that has also ice defense on it. That's cool. Okay, well, quickly go to our armor and try to find some ice stuff. I can simply do skills and ice resistance real quick. And of course, it's all the stuff I don't have materials for, except for the Cheery. Okay. Which actually, this might be a time to check out charms for ice resistance. Poison, attack boost, defense boost, paralyze, sleep, recovery, water, thunder, fire, attack, paralyze, sleep, attack, stamina. Ice resistance, there we go. Ooh yeah. And then you can even upgrade it, so I can upgrade it to level 2. And I can't do level 3, because I need a login in gem. Okay, so look at the Zora stuffs. No, I do have those. Dang it. Yeah. Actually, wait, let me check. Oh, stun monsters, ice resistance. Throw in another ice resistance. Yeah, some random ones on here just because. Okay, so I definitely can take on this Laganesis. Attack defense. Pew, pew, pew. Always try to take all the items from the item box, because you can save up ammo, you can save up those files, just in case you do decide to do the other. Oh yeah, I do have the ice mantle that I don't have equipped, but alright. Oh, oh, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me. Get this poop off me. Yeah. Dance, 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 dance. Ooh. Hmm. 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 No, it's probably time for me to do some laundry and random shit. Alright, well, I just want to say thanks for you guys watching, commenting, do whatever you like, hit that like, subscribe button, let's do that thing. No, I put him on! Now he's gonna go and run away. Let me love you! I guess it's a good way to send off. But thanks again. You know, I hope these tips helped you out. No, they definitely helped me. See you next time, guys.